I just don't know, because I don't know of any place. I can't see what would be the big deal about seeing the Grand Canyon. So I probably, if I could see for a day, I probably would just stay where the hell I am and just smoke it over.
I know you gonna dig this.
Get funky with me.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing today? So here I am in Beverly Hills, right at the kind of the bottom of Beverly Hills, right where Beverly Hills meets Century City. If you look above that building right there, there's that thing there. That's the Die Hard building. Crazy. And right across the street, there's this park, and I filmed a video from here not too long ago for Roxbury Drive there. And right across the street is a very, very famous house that belonged to a very, very famous man. One of the most, I gotta get off this busy street, that's Olympic Boulevard here in Los Angeles. One of the most beloved entertainers of all time. I was trying to think while I was driving over here, who are some of the most beloved that everybody loves? That you cannot possibly not like that entertainer, and I think it's Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles. You know, there's probably a few others. Tony Bennett, everybody loves Tony Bennett. Ray Charles, so beloved. I mean, he was a composer, pianist, entertainer. His live performances are what made him the success that he was, and huge, and such a huge influence on soul music. He developed his own style. He developed soul music, right? It's Ray Charles. I love Ray Charles. Doing the mess around. Now, I'm standing outside the house where he passed away. He lived in Florida as a young boy. He lost his sight around the age of 7. He's completely blind. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about his life, and then I'm going to turn the camera around and show you his final house. Then we're going to go to, I hope to make it to another one of his homes here in Los Angeles. There's a few. And then we're going to go to his final resting place. Let me tell you a little bit more about his life in pictures, and then we'll turn around the camera right here. His final home. This is where he passed away. Ray Charles Robinson was born on September 23rd, 1930 in Albany, Georgia. When he was an infant, his family moved to Greenville, Florida, into this house here. And this house he began to go blind at 6, possibly from glaucoma, and had completely lost his sight by the age of 7. He attended the Florida School for the Deaf and Blind in St. Augustine, where he concentrated on musical studies, but left school at age 15 to play the piano professionally after his mother died from cancer. His father had already died when the boy was 10. And it was here at this school where he was taught how to read, write, and arrange music in Braille. His love for music advanced thoroughly, for he began playing many different instruments such as piano, clarinet, organ, trumpet. At the age of 15, Ray Charles toured in the South on the Chitlin circuit. When Charles decided to move to Seattle at 16, he met a lifelong friend in the music industry by the name of Quincy Jones. In the 1940s, Charles also performed with the McSun Trio. Ray's distinct playing sound developed from influential artists such as Nat King Cole and Charles Brown. In 1949, his first single, Confession Blues, did well on the R&B charts. He continued to work very hard in his music and was soon signed to Atlantic Records by 1953, with whom he celebrated his first R&B hit, Mess Around. Ray's advance in his musical style was recognized when he reached number 1 on the R&B charts with his classic I Got a Woman. In the late 1950s, Charles began cutting records alongside the Modern Jazz Quartet. This all led to his well-earned title of the Genius and Father of Soul. He even reached number 1 on the R&B chart and number 6 on the pop chart for his song What I Say. In 1960, Ray was awarded with 2 Grammys for his hits Georgia on My Mind and Hit the Road, Jack. Throughout his career, he maintained an authoritative position in the creative process of his music. As Ray's music continued to evolve in the 60s, he dismantled dividing lines between music genres with his album Modern Sounds in Country and Western Music. On this album, Charles created songs within the genre of R&B, pop, and jazz from different country, folk, and Western music standard classics. Ray Charles struggled with drug addiction for several years, but managed to turn his life around at a clinic in Los Angeles. As time continued to pass, he released his autobiography called Brother Ray to share his journey with fans all across the world. In the 80s, Ray was one of the first artists to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame alongside other legends such as Sam Cooke and James Brown. So right there, that's the house that Ray Charles passed away in, sadly, in 2004 of liver failure. So in 2003, Ray Charles had hip replacement surgery, and he was planning to go back out on tour, but he started suffering from a few other ailments, and then he died of liver failure here in 2004 at the age of 73. B.B. King, Stevie Wonder, Glenn Campbell, they all played at his funeral. Crazy, that's a star-studded lineup, but that's the final home of Ray Charles right there. You wouldn't think, this is a really busy thoroughfare. And like I said, it's just the start of Beverly Hills right here. Like driving in, as you can see. It says up there Beverly Hills, and the famous Beverly Hills signs that you see in movies. I just passed them. And yeah, it's right here. And that's the home where Ray Charles passed away. The amazing, the incredible Ray Charles. It's a pretty big house. It stretches all the way around. A lot of windows. It's crazy. It's a crazy big house. Now, like I said, so there's the home right there. And I'm going to try to take you to another home owned by Ray Charles, which is south. And, yeah, I don't know when I'm going to do that. I won't be doing that today. But I'm going to take you to the grave as well. I've been to it before. It's Inglewood Park Cemetery. And show you what it looks like. It's in a huge mausoleum out there. And it's very simple. It's a very simple plaque from what I remember. But let's go see something else with Ray Charles and visit his final resting place. Let's go. In case you're wondering, yes, the fire hydrants in Beverly Hills are silver. I think they're just painted silver though, but it is Beverly Hills. You never know. What's crazy about this location is, first of all, is that old car that, I don't know cars, but it looks like a 60s type of car. And right beside me is the house where Ray Charles lived in the 60s. But right down there, hey boy, right down there was a house used in Straight Outta Compton. I was on this street just a few months ago to Straight Outta Compton. But right there, that's Ray Charles' house from the 60s. There's shots of him with his kids right out front. Now this guy does not want me here. Hi, buddy. But yeah, this is Ray Charles' former home here in Windsor Hills. View Park. Very, very cool. Well, it's not Ray Charles' dog, but there it is. Beautiful, beautiful views up here. That dog is really, just watch me, but sweetheart. All right, let's go pay our respects to Ray Charles. Just thought I'd show you some other angles of this street, like just gorgeous houses up here. If you ever get a chance to come up here, I'll put the address here, the street, if you want to come take a look. Great, great houses to look at. Old, like 60s, I guess 60s architecture, but just really different. It's all up on a hill. So each house kind of has like 3 or 4 levels. It's really, really cool. Very interesting. All right. back. Sanctuary of Eternal Love. And there's Ray Charles. Right there.
Oh, the good life, full of fun, seems to be the ideal, yeah. It's the good life, to be free and explore the unknown, baby.
Okay, so that's my video about Ray Charles, one of the greatest musicians of all time. It's like a labyrinth in here. Sanctuary of Eternal Love, all the way to the back. Make a right and look on your right. In the Mausoleum of Golden West, here at Inglewood Park Cemetery. Now I've confused myself how to get out. It's huge and it's gorgeous, and I hope Ray Charles is resting in peace. And thank you for watching. Peace out.
Oh, baby, why don't you kiss the good life goodbye for me? Huh? Oh, baby, kiss the good life goodbye. I'm gonna say it just one more time here now. Hey, hey, yeah, kiss the good life goodbye.